no getting by those guys. The speed that Lorenzo and Zach are going, and the track, and then the sun setting too. The vision's definitely a challenge, but super fun track, and Great American Short Course put on a great track together.
Well, you fought those shadows, you fought the sun just great, came on the box, and you got people to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Trust Manufacturing out of Southern California, and then Cape Toyota, Long Beach, ZLT, EBCO, BF Goodrich Tires, just our whole crew, my wife Isabel, my family. Ezra, drives, but he also puts the cars together, does a great job doing that, and our daughter Madison also does all our media stuff for us, so it's a real family effort.
Well, congratulations, Dale. Great seeing you, buddy. Congratulations. Scott, back to you in the booth. We got some great racing. The Pro Lights are out on the track.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot, Dave, for giving me some time on this one. Here's our lineup. Connor Berry's out there at the 2. Chris Vandenhausen is out there in the 66. We've got Ryan Venegas in the number 67. Connor Berry, Johnny Holtz in the 44, Brody Eggleston in the 14, Kyle Knott in the 36, Chris Hirsch in the 77, Ryan Bruckner 43, and once again, Chris Vandenhausen out of Wisconsin in the number 66. Green flag is out, not quite through one whole lap yet, but man, oh man, we have got Pro Lights out there on the track right now. Connor Berry with the whole shot.
And Connor Berry, of course, came off a second place early on here in the Production 1000. Now he's out here to try and step it up one more time.
Take a look at this.
Tough spot.
My cell phone, I've been scanning this the whole time, the whole day long, and it froze right in turn one at the start.
What a great shot that is. You got to screenshot that, Scott. That's a wallpaper. But look at this. Berry, Nelson, and Venegas. See, we got Eggleston, we got Holcher, we got Knott, we got Bruckner, and Hirsch.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people tuned in right now back in Wisconsin cheering on the Chris Vandenhausen entry. Very, very popular driver back home. Very, very one of the nicest kids. The whole family's out here. And they brought in, I think, what was it, 50 pounds of cheese?
Yeah.
All different varieties. And where are they? Where's that cheese?
Where's the curds?
Yeah, look for that purple. They say to come on out to Lasertown. Yeah, Lasertown. Yeah.
Place.
So once again, how about this? Connor Berry up to an early lead.
But look at this, Vandenhausen and Venegas. We got Eggleston, but it's Eggleston and Holcher, the top 3 in the Pro Lights. Then you got Kyle Knott, Ryan Bruckner. And then the first Pro Spec course, Chris Vandenhausen, and we got Venegas in the Mini Open.
Yeah, look this track, how beat up it is. I'm really, really surprised that they didn't take the time. And I know it's because it's getting late. The shadows are all over the place. But these trucks are bouncing. Oh, Connor Berry over-rotates. He may lose one spot, and does.
And it looks like Eggleston.
Yeah, Eggleston move up to the point. Holzer still maintains third.
Great shot coming through. Connor was looking to the inside. Couldn't find any daylight. Now looking back to the inside. Oh, you can see a lot of gear going into that sun right now. That is tough. Shadows are starting to form. You can't tell how deep these ruts are. They gotta keep
there's a big problem as our leader will way to the outside all the way around where it's nice and smooth but loamy and soft. Connor Berry went right down the middle.
Yeah.
And that truck was just bouncing all over.
Well, definitely they have to play a lot with the suspension, cleaning it, getting it dialed in here. Getting that rebound and compression just right.
Well, that's got Eggleston now up front. Looks like he pulled away just a little bit from Connor Berry. Yeah, right now it's like you cannot see black trucks on screen in the shadows, and our top 2 trucks are black or black and blue. You know, and Johnny Holcher, I know he is hanging out for the comp yellow.
Yeah, he's buying his time.
He's in a spot, maintain position. If you get a chance to reel him in a little bit, maybe so, but he's playing that competition yellow. for a young kid, he's pretty smart. Plus, he's got a good spotter.
Yeah, if you don't have to force the issue in the first half of the race, just set yourself in a good spot. He's in a good spot. Connor Berry's still in a great spot too. But Brody Eggleston, very talented young driver. Both these two have come out of, actually all three of these drivers have come out of the trophy carts. Watched them through their entire career.
And, you know, even though they've been moving a lot of sand around, there are rocks out there. And you can see them in various areas where it looks like the sand is being kicked up. Not so much right in that area, but on the inside, just a little bit larger than gravel.
Yes.
A little bit larger than gravel, but not like going to knock you silly or knock you out. Just major inconvenience.
Yeah. Great shot as they come around. I mean, I just love the course layout that Lee's done. And big thanks to Dave Cole and the entire Hammer crews, Hammer Time Productions, to Take It Live, to the I Believe cams, bringing us all this great footage and having Great American Show Course part of King of the Hammers.
Once again, there's a shot of our leader from across the track. Barry right there in second. He was just on the podium a moment ago.
Yes.
And getting strapped into his Pro Lite and doing one hell of a job. He's having a great day.
Yeah, second place he got on the Production 1000 in his RS1. And look at that, the Egg Boys, Bertie Eggleston.
Oh, our leader up and over.
Brody.
You saw it coming.
And look at this. Oh no, he's trying to go, but it looks like
Holter will move into second, but that was like it looked like a violent rollover, but it was very soft. So possibly that plastic barrier soaked up a lot of what could have been damage, but it looks like nothing outside of body damage happened to that truck, because he's actually at speed.
I think we lost part of his frame or something. There's something else hanging other than the body and the fiberglass.
I don't know, he's pretty quick right now. And if you want to check out something pretty cool, we've got our guys in the production truck have been busting their butts with replays. Check this out right here. It looked like a violent rollover, but luckily, here we go. A little pirouette, and the plastic barrier soaked up a ton of that damage.
Just fiberglass. Oh, gnarly. Two different angles coming in.
Wow.
I can't believe he went right back on the gas and got right into the fight.
And the caution flag comes out. I'm not sure if this is the competition yellow or not. Yes, it is.
14
How
laps.
about it for our production crew back in the semi?
laps.
These guys have been in there since about 5 o'clock this morning, getting ready for not one, but two events, as we've had qualifying up at Chocolate Thunder, and we've had short course racing all day long. And they've been juggling all kinds of balls up in the air at one time. One hell of a job, guys, back there in that production truck. Oh, I'm doing great.
We're doing awesome.
So Connor Berry's running that up front. Second is Johnny Holzer. There we go with our fifth place. Yeah, fifth place. There is Vandenelsen. That is an old CJ Greaves chassis that's been worked on to turn it into a Pro Spec.
Yeah, which Ryan Beats running all those Pro Spec programs with the Chevy power plants. They're all Chevy powered Pro Spec motors.
There's one of our newer drivers, Hertz.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them.
And Bruckner's right behind him in a Pro Lite.
And Bruckner's been doing a little bit of stuff with us over this last year, remember? Prado Raceway.
We've got the most people tuned in watching us from home that we've had all day long. Excuse me, and I think, I'm going to guess about at least half are from Wisconsin and cheering on Vandenelsen. So Tyler Fisher checks in, tells me the whole crew's almost here. You mean at your shop or here in the lake bed? I'm not. Tell you, if Connor Berry can pull this off, this would, I'm not going to go out on a limb by saying this could be the drive of his life to this point in his career.
And him and Johnny have battled before in mod karts. They're no strangers to it. They both know how to do the pressure. But what about Brody Eggleston with the flip over, still in the fight? Kyle Knott, he knows how to put that Pro Lite up on the box.
I'm being told by Alec Hoffman that there is a lot of Pro Specs being built right now in the Flying Dutchman off-road shop. Majority of those trucks should be coming out here to the West Coast, checking out the Great American Short Course Series. And if you want to see what they're doing on behind the scenes, actually go, they're on YouTube. City Neck Racing.
That's
City
so awesome.
Neck Racing on YouTube. So Clint Braun's checked in. Let's go Johnny Holcher. Tyler goes, Scott, I wish the lake bed could come to Crandon for their chili cook-off. Chili cook-off? I think we can make that happen.
Yeah. Well, we're back under green flag. Optimum battery says green, green, green. Holcher already trying to swing it right out of the gate there on Barry, turning the pressure up.
Yeah.
Kyle Knott, though, right there in the fight, now up to third place. And it looks like, unfortunately, Brody Eggleston looks like might be out. He is down a lap now.
So Johnny, I kind of disappointed that he fell back a little bit. Look how straight that is now. That bank used to extend about 4 feet to the left right there, and about, 4 feet tall, and
Now
it's
it's
been
just
gone.
now it's just a little
Now it's a
bump.
little burp, yeah, straight away. But if Johnny's got any shot at getting around Connor Berry, he's got to stay on him every part of every lap from here to the finish.
And Scott, you can see the rocks that you talked about from that drone on the outside sections there in that loam, the marbles.
Boy, Connor Berry's got the setup. He's looking so strong right now. It might take just a single mistake by our leader for Johnny Holcher to have a shot. Oh, are you feeling this building move?
Yes, I am.
You know what that is?
That's the rumble, the roar of the big board coming up.
14 Pro 2s of 900 horsepower each. I know you're sitting out here in front of the Jumbotron in front of us on the stage, but if you want to see some kick-ass, short course, two-wheel drive off-road racing, if there's room, you might want to head up to the Monster Energy viewing area and get a little bit better shot.
I don't know, it's a pretty good shot here with the monster stage right there, but also our Jumbotron always gives all the great shots. You're going to see the drone footage, the great placement there.
There's
all the on-ground cameras.
Looking down on Johnny from one of our drones, and it's like they're maintaining the same gap as they had the last two laps. In fact, maybe Connor Berry might be pulling away a little bit.
I think he is a lot. Look at that.
But there'll be
gap
3 laps remaining this time by. 3 laps for Connor Berry, our leader.
The only blue groove I seen was that little section coming off, and there's Brody Eggleston coming by. Unfortunately, we saw him pull off. Cal Knott up into that third position. And Elzen up into 4th overall in the Pro Spec.
Yeah, he's looking very, very strong. You know, Matt, all he had to do was find his rhythm.
Yeah.
He didn't seem real confident after practice, but the fact is he's been out there, he's putting laps in. I think he feels the fact that he's got so many people cheering him on at home and here that, our leader, just for a moment, Connor Berry biked it up on 2 wheels, had to turn into it. He was just this far away from going over, and so far Johnny Holcher was not even close enough to take advantage as there's 2 laps remaining this by the start-finish line.
Yeah, the next time by 2 laps will be the count. Still a lot of time. One little mistake like that again could cost it.
And look at how that track is just kicking up the back end of that race truck of Barry. And I'm starting to think that Johnny Holcher is off on his tires. He kind of maybe guessed that it wouldn't. It looks like it's hard packed out there,
It's so
and has
low
kicked the
in
sand
the
off to the side and exposing the hard ground that's underneath it, and he just probably didn't anticipate
A little
that.
bit of hard pan there.
Yeah. I never thought of this. Josh Schumann also has checked in and said, oh, okay, that's just a frozen frame. Vanden Elzen is also running a 6-cylinder. That's a Pro Spec, not a V8.
Yeah,
so he's doing really, really well out there.
He's sitting
He's on the podium. Is he on the podium overall?
3rd overall. He's going to win his class, but 3rd overall is impressive.
So we're getting reports right now that Johnny Holcher has blown a tire. I'm not exactly sure
Back
a
to
right
7th.
rear or left rear, but Johnny Holcher, who was running 2nd the entire race, has a left rear tire blown out, and it looks like, no, Connor Berry's looking pretty strong. White flag is coming out. Kyle Knott running in second in that orange and white Nissan. Connor Berry up front in a Ford Pro Lite. Now keep in mind, these are great V8s, where our third place overall car, the 66 of Chris Vandenelsen, is running a V6. There's our third place truck. Man, basically running down 2 cylinders of our top 2 cars. Now there will be a little bit of a pause between races, probably because you got long interviews. No, the fact that Johnny Holcher has got to jump out of the Pro Lite and head to his Pro 2.
Well, I don't think now that he's got a flat tire and he's pretty much.
So you're going to have to, it's like, I was hoping to give you a break on interviews. So, you know what, you just screwed that up yourself.
I just want to get through so we can see a Pro 2.
And I'm also being told that Pro Spec is a manual trans.
Yes.
So he is really
grabbing gears.
Man, he is really killing it. There's our second place car of Kyle Knott.
Skyline Fabrication.
And takes second overall. And in any moment we should see, there he is, our third place overall, 2 cylinders down from the rest of the field in Pro Lite. Chris Vandenelsen will take third place on the podium and wins his class. So I know there's an awful lot of happy people back home in Wisconsin for Chris Vandenelsen, our third place finisher. And how about that? The family that's here as well, all wearing the purple and is that teal blue? There's our third place finisher right there on camera. We're gonna work our way up to the podium with all of our top finishers, and if by chance they go green, the Pro 2s go green before we're done, we'll stop the interviews and go right to the race.